we have an artist, a legend in the building. But before we get to know him, we're just going to enjoy a bit of this vibe, and then he's going to tell us who he is. Where does he come from? So, the artist that you have tonight is you know what? I need to bring those drums. And the one and only Fecko. How are you doing?
I'm good. What's up, Leicester? What's up, UK? What's up, East Midlands, West Midlands, everywhere? Hey. Space. Hey. Where you're listening from.
Next galaxy as well. Oh, how you doing, Fecko?
I'm great, man. It's great to be here, you know. I feel like I'm home. Like, see, guys, like, behind the scene, we've been partying.
Yeah.
It's been a party, you know.
This is how we do it. Yeah. This is how, if you don't know, that's how we do it.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, for the people that don't know who you are, could you give us a bit of an intro?
All right. So, my name is Fecko. Fecko is spelled Fecko. It's an acronym for Formidable MCs Can Knock Out Obstacles.
Hey!
Yeah.
Telling you.
Yeah. And my real name is Ifeanyi. Yeah, I'm from Nigeria and I'm based in the UK, Coventry to be exact. And I've been doing music for quite a while. And I love hip hop, I love R&B, I love Afro beats, I love grime, I love jazz. In other words, I love music of all kinds. You know, I love amapiano as well. I love good music in general. You know, and that's what I've been trying to make, you know, for this past years I've been doing music.
The first thing that I'm just wondering, because the whole idea of like the acronym of Fecko.
Oh, okay.
Hey, me, I'm still on that one.
Okay.
So please,
yeah.
Can you explain to us?
Okay, so maybe we should break it down, like word for word. Formidable MCs can knock out obstacles.
Let's start from formidable.
So for you to be formidable, it means like you're strong, like nobody can break you, right? And I grew up in a country, and for those that don't know, Nigeria, where a lot of things have been like fashioned to like break you. Yeah. You know, starting from like the corruption, the economy, almost everything, you know, but somehow we've managed to rise above that.
True.
And there's this saying that if you can survive in Lagos, you can survive anywhere in the world. And yeah, that's where the formidable, that's what the formidable represent. And the MC represents my style of music as a rapper, because I started off like rapping, strictly rap, before I started delving into Afro beats, you know, and other genre. And then the can knock out obstacles is also tied to the formidable, meaning any obstacle that I encounter, somehow I find a way to like knock them out. You know, it could be obstacles in form of human beings, it could be obstacles in form of, you know, environmental factors or financial.
Even yourself.
Even my thank you, you know, any obstacle. And you know the funny thing, the self is actually like the greatest obstacle. You know, like you as a human being, you're your own greatest obstacle. And that's actually deep, you know. So I think also like knocking out myself at some point, because you have to like pick up yourself. You know, you can become an obstacle when you want to do something, and then somehow you're like feeling lackadaisical or like you're nonchalant to do that thing. So you picking up yourself is you knocking out that obstacle of you being nonchalant.
No, definitely. Because I think when it comes to not only as an artist, everyone. Yeah. We at times get in our own ways.
True.
Right? So, but before we dive deep into that, because I'm telling you, I have questions. I've done my research.
Am I safe?
Hey, you're not.
Wow.
Well, first, thank you so much for coming to the Vibe Culture Show. It's always amazing to see what artists are putting out there. And the music is brilliant.
Thank you.
So,
thank you.
Because not many people know you just yet. They're going to know you today. They're going to play your first song called Failure Must Rise.
Yeah.
So we'll play it, and then you'll tell us a bit more about
all right,
how it came to be.
No worries.
All right, let's go for it.
When you are revolutionary and you talk the truth.
Hey, that is Fella
Yes,
Must
sir.
Rise. So tell us, what got you to write this song?
Okay, so I made this song. I'll start by talking about when the song was made. I made this song in 2015. It was recorded in 2015 at Chocolate City Studio in Lagos.
Yeah.
And it was produced by Texzilla. Shout out to Texzilla. Texzilla is one producer I've worked with over the years. It's actually based in the UK, in
nice.
Swindon. Yeah, it's based in Swindon. And we sampled Fela's music, and I tried to pass a message in terms of like, telling people that I'm about to like become famous. So Fela Must Rise means two things. It means fella. So instead of using the N word or something, you can say the word fella, like this guy, this person would rise. And this person, I'm talking about me as an artist, as an individual. So I'm going to rise. And then Fela too means Fela, the Afrobeat icon.
Fela Kuti.
Fela Kuti, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's what's the figure of speech again? Where you're trying to like make sense of, you're trying to like interpret something in two ways using one word. So that was what I tried to do with the song, paying homage to Fela, at the same time telling my audience or people that okay, Fecko is about to rise as well. And then we shot the video at the African Shrine in Lagos, and that's Fela's like estate in Lagos. So it was a beautiful experience. If you haven't seen the video, make sure you go to my YouTube channel, search for Fela Must Rise. It's a beautiful video shot by Samurai, and I believe you guys will love it as well. Brilliant. Yeah.
And also, since you're still on that subject, tell people where to find you.
Yeah, so I'm available on Instagram. This is Fecko on Instagram. And like I spelled Fecko before, Fecko is Fecko. So this is Fecko on Instagram. This is Fecko on Twitter. This is Fecko on YouTube.
All right.
This is Fecko on TikTok. Which one? This is Fecko on Bandcamp.
Hey.
Then Spotify. Just
look for
Fecko.
This is Fecko.
Thank you.
Plain and simple.
Yeah.
So now, like I told you, I did my research. I dig deeper. So you grew up in Mushin, Lagos, one of the most raw, unfiltered environments on the continent, to be fair.
On the continent?
Hey,
really?
I'm telling you. Hey.
Okay.
Hey.
Okay.
So how much of that street education shows up in your bars? Because I feel like you can't fake that kind of depth.
So yeah, like you said, Mushin is known for its notoriety, like, it's a ghetto, if I'm to put it that way. But over the years, I think Mushin has evolved into a creative hub where we've had like superstars. I don't know if you've heard of One Day Cole.
Yeah.
Initially Mavins, Mohits. He's from Mushin. I'm from Mushin. And people know Mushin to be that city in Lagos where you hear of like gang fights and street fights and all that. But what I've decided to do as someone who grew up in Mushin is to like change the story, change the narrative. I grew up in a household where my dad like disciplined us a lot, and I think it helped in a way. It might sound alien to like the UK community, but back home in Africa, we know how valuable discipline is.
I know. When you say discipline, I know what you mean.
So I think that kind of like shaped me into the person I am today, and it made me not like roll with like gangs. I do have friends that are gang members and whatnot, but I try as much as possible to influence them positively. I'm somebody who brings about like a lot of positive energy. So it reflects in my music, like you asked me, in terms of the message, the things I talk about. And there's a particular song dedicated to Mushin. One of my songs on my EP is titled Ladugbomi. Ladugbomi is a Yoruba word for my hood.
All right.
Yeah, so basically on that song I was talking about like Mushin, where I grew up, the hustle and everything. So yeah, it has shaped me to become someone who is resilient, who has some sort of like street knowledge, like you put it. And street education is a very integral component of hip hop. You can't take it away from hip hop.
True.
It's just that in Africa, our interpretation of street education is different from how you perceive it in the West. You know, so we have to like localize it so that it becomes relatable you know, to our audience, basically.
So when you release songs and like people that are from your hometown,
Yeah.
how do they receive your music at first?
Definitely. I mean, they love it. I'll start by saying that. They actually do. And, you know, you find some of them actually even quoting some of the bars or the chorus or and one thing I do is, in as much as I grew up speaking a lot of English, I know it might sound like, oh, actually I grew up speaking English a lot. I'm not saying I don't know how to speak my mother tongue.
Yeah.
I do know how to speak my mother tongue, but for some reason, maybe I watched a lot of television and I watched a lot of like maybe foreign programs on television. So maybe that like helped how I speak. You know, at some point people even ask me like, are you American? And like I've gotten that a couple of times.
Right.
And, yeah, but like I was saying earlier, I try to make it relatable. So if even if I'm rapping in English, I make sure the chorus or the hook is done in like the Nigerian lingo, which could be Yoruba, Igbo, you know. So that's how I try to make it relatable to the audience.
And now, in comparison to how like your hometown received your music, how about in the UK? How was it? Thank you.
That's a very interesting question. So when I started music, I've actually been pushing my music across the shores of Africa as far back as 2012.
Okay.
I had a song titled Real African Poetry that featured Calligraph Jones from Kenya, Domina One from Malawi, the Hosa from Zambia, and Reza Biza from Rwanda. And the song got featured on Radio Afro Australia, you know, as far back as 2012. And even as far back as then, I got a playlist on Chuck D show. Chuck D is a member of Public Enemy, like one of the pioneers of hip hop in America. So basically what I'm trying to say is the, you know, crossing over internationally is not something that is new to me.
Yeah.
You know, because when I started doing music, I leveraged the internet a lot, and that was one way I was able to like, you know, reach out to like the global community. So even coming here, I now notice that a lot of things have changed. It's not as easy as it used to be back in the day.
True.
Exactly. And, you know, I'm allowed to mention other media stations to just
that's fine.
buttress my point. So, for example, BBC introducing, right? You know, you get to like submit your song on the uploader and you just keep praying, keeping your fingers crossed that it gets
Yeah,
picked.
no, definitely.
Now, interestingly, Fela Must Rise, I submitted it on the uploader. I think earlier this year, it never got picked. I mean, they listened to it like several times. It never got picked till I uploaded the recent song I just released with GT the Guitar Man, which sounds a little bit of hip-hop-ish and has like elements of alternative music. And surprisingly, it got played, you know, that same week I released the song.
Yeah.
So to be honest, I can't really say I know, like, you know, what the audience here are really into. The only thing I can do is to be authentic, you know, to be myself. In as much as I know I'm in a new country or I'm in a different, you know, geographical location, I feel like being yourself, authenticity will take you places, you know. So in as much as I'm trying to like, you know, appeal to the UK audience, I also have to carry along with me my identity, which is being Nigerian, which is Afrobeat, which is the entire continent of Africa on my back. And I think that's something that might make me stand out in the long run. And it might be an experiment. You never know, you know, somehow we find out what's going to work eventually.
No, that's very true.
Yeah.
And on that note, we're going to listen to your next song called Finally. Finally, Fecko is in Radio2Funky.
Finally.
So tell us, how did you, like, what is the message behind this? And how did you come to create this song?
Yeah, Finally is a wedding song, interestingly. And
oh, nice.
Yeah, I made it in 2017, 2018. And as of then, I can't remember how old I was, you know, but already I was thinking about performing at wedding gigs. So I thought, okay, fine. If I do a song talking about people's like weddings and all that, I might get a chance to perform it at a gig. So basically, it's a wedding song, it's a romantic song. It's for anyone who is thinking of getting married and settling down. And I made this song like my theme song for my wedding back home in Nigeria.
All right.
You know, and then I even told my wife that I know I didn't meet you back then, but I made it for you. I traveled into the future.
Hey,
I saw
very
us.
smooth. Look at you.
Oh.
Hey, I'm telling you,
Yeah.
I wrote it for you when I was, dreaming about
Exactly.
you. There you go. But that's nice.
Yeah.
So in regards to this song, like, finally, it's a wedding song, and you
Yeah,
were
it is. It's a
thinking
wedding
about
song.
playing it at weddings and stuff like that.
And let me seize this opportunity to, if anyone is listening and you're planning to get married anytime soon, holler at me so I can come perform the song with a live band at your wedding.
For
Yeah.
free.
Not for free. Yeah.
You can give us discounts for people that
Maybe. Yeah.
we can discuss.
Maybe I'll think about that. Yeah.
So have you performed this song at weddings in that case?
Yeah, just one wedding, and then I've performed it like at a regular event.
All right.
As well, yeah.
And the reception, how was it?
People loved it. I also performed it at the first Metaverse concert in Africa, which was powered by MTN. I think it was in 2022.
All right.
So yeah, I performed that as well.
Oh, that's that's the thing. It's good to have like a strategy and say like, oh, I'm going to create this song for this kind of event.
Yeah.
And at the end, this is exactly what happens.
Exactly.
You end up having people enjoy the song because when you are creating it,
I had them in mind. Yeah.
hey, so you just go there in a suit and everything.
Yeah.
And you have a whole band as well. Hey.
Well, it depends. It's on demand.
It's
It's on demand. Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
all right. We're having a short break and come back. And we are back with Fecko.
Yes, sir.
We've heard about your
Yeah.
story like a little bit. Now we're going to dive deeper.
Okay.
That is where, if you have, safety measures and everything like that, put them on. Because I'm telling
The
you.
way you're even looking at me, I'm scared. Like, okay, I'm listening.
So now, you won the Mike Africa Season 1.
Yeah.
Judged by Doug E. Fresh, Lady of Rage,
Yeah.
M.I.
David
Abaga.
Yeah.
Genuine legends, eh?
Yeah.
But real talk,
Mm-hmm.
what did winning actually change? Because sometimes the trophy comes and the industry still sleeps on you.
Yeah.
So talk to us.
So, shout out to Take Back the Mic team. Shout out to Lucia, Derek. I mean, they've been wonderful for me. For like, even till now, they're like family,
Yeah.
And winning for me changed so many things. And like, we started this interview talking about where I grew up in, which is Mushin.
Yeah.
And the first thing I had to do was I had to like move my family away from like the ghetto, move them to a different location for safety purposes.
True.
Because we've heard of stories in the US where if you're from the hood and you're still in the hood, sometimes it's risky staying in the hood. For your safety, you just have to move out from the hood.
Yeah.
But that aside, I also try to, as much as possible, to inspire people from my hood as well, like people from Mushi. I try to put Mushi on the map, and I think significantly, I was able to have access to set. Unlike before, I didn't have a lot of access. But being the winner of a competition as big as the Mic Africa, I had a lot of media personalities and artists and gatekeepers basically.
Yeah.
That kind of like gave me access to certain things. So it helped me in a way. So it wasn't just about the money.
Yeah.
Which was, I won't mention the price. Money.
It was sweet. Then it's okay. It was sweet. No problem.
So yeah. For me, it was just winning that title and also the access I got after winning the title and how I was able to leverage that opportunity to work with other artists, because I also worked with other artists that participated in the mic, like Young Pabi from Ghana. We made a song together titled Workshop. I actually flew to Accra to shoot the video for the song, and it was beautiful working with him. And I've worked with like other artists too that won the mic as well. So yeah, it was a beautiful experience, and I also tried to like maintain my relationship with some of the people you mentioned, M.I. Baga, Lady of Rage, like some of them, they are following me till today.
That's good.
So
that's really good.
I stay in touch with them. And David Cow as well. Shout out to David Cow. He's an absolute legend.
Nice.
Yeah,
that's true. And also, following up on that, your track Flow Global.
Oh, Flow Global.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got compared
Yeah.
to Fela Kuti by OK Africa.
Yeah.
That's not a light comparison.
Yeah.
So do you carry that consciously?
Mm-hmm.
Like, are you intentionally trying to continue that lineage of music as truth telling?
That's a deep question.
I told you. Hey, if you have safety, put on.
I think I actually know where you got that review from. That's OK Africa.
I told you, I've been digging.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Flow Global is one of the songs I made like way back. I think it's over 10 years now. And I think that comparison was centered around the fact that I made sure the lyrics were conscious. And then at the time, I listened a lot to Kenan. Kenan is a rapper from Somalia who's based in Canada now. He did this World Cup song, Waving Flag. That was very popular.
Yeah, no.
So even some publications compared me to Kenan, like back in the day, in terms of like consciousness and all that.
Yeah.
And yeah, to answer your question, it's something I still carry on till today. It's just that I've evolved. You know, I'm not that hardcore, rapper I used to be back in the day.
Yeah.
But do I still speak the truth? Absolutely, yes. Do I still represent where I'm from? Do I still talk about like things going on in the society? Do I still give people hope? The songs our audience will listen to much later on, Make Sense, featuring GT. I still do all that. So yeah, I try as much as possible to carry on that identity, but I kind of like make it adaptable to the current times and trends.
Yeah. No, guys, when I say that we have a legend in the studio, I was not joking. Because again, you became the first Nigerian rapper to perform in the African metaverse. A lot of artists are still figuring out Instagram Reels. Hey, even me. So what made you lean into that space so early, and where do you see the future of African music and technology colliding?
That's a wonderful question. I think I'll start first by answering the later part of the question. Where do I see African music and technology? I think Africa is catching up.
Yeah.
That's what the world don't really know. We have a lot of intelligent people and smart people like ourselves.
I'm telling you,
from Africa. And we're doing big things. We're doing great things internationally on the global scale. So yes, in the next 5 years, in fact, I think 5 years is too far. Maybe in the next 3 years or 2 years, I see Africa or African music or the African creative industry, pushing the envelope, like taking it way, way, way high, And also, as regards performing in the African metaverse, it was a great feeling for me. And I won't say I did it alone, or I won't say I conceived the idea to become the first Nigerian rapper. So, like I mentioned, I won the Mic Africa, right? And as part of the event they had after that show or competition, was the metaverse concert. And then I was among like, I think 5 artists or so, from different African countries that performed at that metaverse concert. And I realized like, I'm actually like the first rapper on this bill. And that's how I had to like, if you don't say so, if you don't tell your story, a lot of people might not know. So I had to like, speak up about it because it was a great accomplishment for me. And yeah, the experience was nice because I learned more about like augmented reality, virtual reality, creating like 3D environments and like synchronizing that with like real-time music performances and all that. And so far I don't know if the metaverse concept is still like relevant because it has evolved into something else now. And I think we're still trying to find something that works for the African music space in terms because remember back in the day we had NFTs. Now NFTs are not really a thing. So I think even with technology, the same as music, it keeps evolving. So we find something that really works. And I think the major problem was the fact that a lot of Africans didn't have like cheap access or affordable access to mobile data.
True.
Because you need fast mobile and reliable mobile data to access the internet. So I think maybe that was the major challenge we had at the time. But even the Mic Africa tried solving that problem, by giving out free mobile data. And I think telecom companies should also, kind of like join hands together to make data accessible for Africans, so that they'll have access to technology, new technologies, and, maybe push their creative hustle as wide as they want to.
That's very true. You've just touched on one of the biggest challenge, if I may call it so, which is data. Yeah. Because you may find someone that has so much talent, but they might not have that access. And they end up not going into that creative space just because of that. But I agree with you. I've seen a lot being done to try and help out in that area. Yeah, and now since we talked about that, let's just listen to your next song before I fire other shots. All right, so that is Ogogoro. That one. Let's go.
Okay.
Ogogoro be like woman, oh, be like woman, oh. Hey, what's it on? It's gone. Okay.
All right. That is Ogogoro. So tell us, what's the story behind this song?
Ogogoro is a feel-good song. Basically, he's talking about alcohol.
Yeah. Hey, okay.
But in the context of, that feeling. But let me just make this clear. I do not drink, for everyone listening out there. I don't drink. I don't smoke, right? But then, the feeling you get from drinking alcohol. I was trying to compare that to the feeling of womanhood, like when you have a woman in your life. So as I say, Ogogoro be like woman.
All right.
If you shakam, you go, you feel some type of. So that's what I mean by, okay, having a woman in your life equates to the same feeling of. So basically, I've been making a lot of serious songs in the past, and I just thought of, let me do something fun, something for the club, something for, people that want to have a good time on a Friday night.
Yeah.
And I thought about, making the song Ogogoro. And by the way, there's a remix of the song with Ferocious, who happens to be the producer for the song. It's on my Spotify, so you guys can check it out.
Nice. They just need to look for This Is Fecko.
This is
there
Fecko.
You go. Very simple, straight to the point. So now, Surviving Echo. I told you. Been doing assignments, and don't worry. Your podcast about Lagos through the eyes of people living it from the diaspora. That's deeply personal work, if I'm being honest. And what's a Lagos story you've heard on that show that genuinely stopped you in your tracks?
Now you're taking me back to, because Surviving Echo is a podcast I started way back, I think before COVID. And then during COVID, I recorded more episodes because, during COVID, a lot of us were bored. So we had to discover some talent.
Exactly.
And podcasting was one of the talents I discovered during COVID.
Yeah.
So if I'm to remember, I think there was this episode I released, and then I asked the question, what was your craziest experience in a downfall or so? And I think someone said something like, they were driving across one area in Lagos, and then he saw a madman who was drinking water from the ground, dirty water from the ground or something. And which other one did that? I would have to listen back to some of those episodes, but I've heard some really wild stories. Even me as a person, I had a wild story, because I do talk about my own experience too in Lagos on the show. And there was this time I was on my way to work, and I boarded we call it Danfo bus. You have the coach buses here in the UK. We call it Danfo. It's yellow with black stripes.
All right.
Yeah. And then I was in one of these buses, and then a police officer came with a stick. And then regularly they collect money from the drivers. It's a normal culture, which is not normal. Abnormal culture.
No, I get you. I get you.
And then in the process of trying to intimidate the driver, he smashed the side mirror of the Danfo bus, and particles of the glass almost got into my eye. And then I got off the Danfo bus and I almost got into a physical with a police officer.
Hey.
Because apparently he wasn't doing his job, right? I felt like they leave what they're meant to do and then they're trying to like oppress people, and I felt it wasn't right. And I think that was a crazy experience for me because I didn't even know what came over me. And I'm somebody who I hate oppression a lot.
True.
I've been to protests in Nigeria, like during the NSAS protests. Maybe you didn't discover that in your research.
Hey, maybe it is part of the. You don't know.
Yeah, I was out there on the streets, protesting against police brutality, and so yeah, that was one crazy experience for me, in Lagos.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, and now again, bringing it back into the music space, African hip hop.
Yeah.
Still fight for its flowers globally. Afrobeats gets the mainstream shine, but the rap side of Africa gets slept on. As someone who's been in it for nearly 20 years.
Wow, is it that long?
I'm
Jesus
telling
Christ.
you, hey. Does that frustrate you or does it fuel you?
It doesn't frustrate me. Maybe before. Maybe if you had asked me this question maybe like 10 years ago, I'll say yes, I'm frustrated. But now all I see is when there is how do you put it, SWOT analysis, right? Strength, weakness, opportunity, threats, right? When you see weakness, you turn it into an opportunity.
True that.
Right? And how do you turn it? You look for strengths in other areas. And then also for me, what I would say, or to any rapper or African rapper out there who feels like they're being slept on globally compared to our Afrobeats counterparts, is instead of you to be crashing out on Twitter or, acting frustrated, look for how to collaborate with the Afrobeat artists in quotes that are big, because I feel collaboration is it's a strategy that can actually take you from 0 to like 100. Yeah. So tap into their fan base, tap into go for like maybe Afrobeat gigs and perform your hip hop tracks there with an Afrobeat artist. That way you're expanding your audience, you're expanding your reach. You're not just limiting yourself to, because truth be told, in as much as I love hip hop, like trust me, I really love hip hop, but I feel sometimes hip hop can be toxic, especially the hip hop fans, because most of what I've discovered is they like argue a lot about who is the best rapper, who has the best verse, but they're not buying tickets to your events. They're not buying your songs on Bandcamp, probably not even streaming your songs as much as you expect them to stream it. This might sound controversial. I mean, this might be one part of the interview that people might decide to blow up, but this is how I feel.
I understand that
personally about it, and I think we need to do better as a hip hop community, and don't have this sense of entitlement, like, oh, the world should just listen to us. What are we also doing, to be seen globally, on the global scale? And shout out to everyone. I know there are some people that are representing for the culture, both African hip hop here in the UK, in the US, in other parts of the world, and we need more people like that to keep spreading the gospel about hip hop.
100%. And also, if I was to dive a bit deeper, because you were saying like 20 years, because when I was doing the research, and it looks like you've actually been rapping since 2006. So nearly 2 decades in the game. Hey. Wow. So there had to be a moment where you genuinely considered walking away.
True.
What was that moment, and what pulled you back from the edge of quitting?
True.
Hey, I told you.
You're just making me remember a lot of things right now. Yeah, absolutely. There was a moment because, like you said, I started. So 2006 was when I recorded my first album. Yeah. 2005, I recorded a demo tape, but it wasn't anything serious. You record demo to just harness your skills and all that. But 2006 was the year I recorded my album, but the album never dropped. Yeah. And I even tried to get a marketer. So back during that time, we never had Spotify. We never had Apple Music. Maybe I think we had iTunes, but I can't remember. But then the easiest form of marketing your music was putting it on CDs and then getting people to buy the CDs and getting the marketer to mass produce like 1,000 copies of those CDs, 100,000 copies of those CDs. And I tried getting a marketer to do that for me, but it wasn't easy, you know, to get one. And I think I just shelved the album. So 2010, during the advent of like streaming online, then it wasn't still Spotify, it was just blogs, you know, posting music online, likes of Not Just Okay, back in Nigeria, Too Exclusive and whatnot. I started putting out music and I started seeing the reception, like people were really into my sound, and I think my interest or enthusiasm for music grew from there. But up until I think 2019, that's where it started to decline. It started to drop.
Close to COVID time.
Close to COVID time. And trust me, I actually hung my boots for a while. Like I think I didn't record a lot of music during that time. But in 2020, interestingly, during COVID, that's when my passion for music got rekindled again. And that's when I participated in the Mic Africa competition, and I eventually won. And I'll keep giving a massive shout out to my brother from Kenya. His name is Buddha Blaze. God bless him wherever he is right now. I think he's in the US. I can't remember. It was the one that actually sent me the link to participate in the Mic Africa competition. And then I was like, I had a 9-to-5 back then. I was working in a co-working space in Lagos as the creative director. So I was really, really into like the 9-to-5 life. And they say, Fecko, you can't just allow your talent, you know, fade away like that. You have to. And then he encouraged me to participate in that. And after I won that competition, I've never looked back, because I felt like, if I could win, what's the point stopping, you know?
Exactly.
And ever since then, I've been moving forward and backward never. You know, I'll keep doing this. I don't think there'll be that moment again when I'll start, you know, thinking of stopping. No, maybe maybe if I've won like maybe 2 Grammys and
just maybe 2, 5,
right?
5. That's it.
Yeah.
So, in terms of like collaboration, you've collaborated with M.I. Abaga, Doug E. Fresh, Lady of Rage.
So those are like samples, you know. So it's not like they did verses for me on the song. So it was I sampled the what's it called? They gave me like shout out on the Mic Africa. So I took samples of what the shout out they gave to me and turned it into a song.
But that's still big.
It's
that's
still a collaboration of some sort.
What's the one thing each of these worlds taught you about longevity in this game?
Okay, you mean like the collaborations?
Yes.
So longevity is very important, because especially in this day and age where the attention span of the average audience or the average music listener is very short, and for you to be in their mind like all the time, you need to put out something that would resonate with them, you know, for a very long time. So some of these guys I've worked with, you know, someone like M.I. now. M.I. has been in the game for way longer than I've been in the game, and he's still active till now. I kind of like draw inspiration from that, because I feel like if they can be this relevant to this very moment, I can also be relevant. You know, I should try and see. I try to like study them and see what are they doing that I'm not doing. So I incorporate some of those elements into my craft, and you know, hopefully that would also help me. So working with these people too, I don't just make music with them. I also learn like what makes them successful, what keeps them in the game for that long, and that's what I'm a student basically. I like learning from people, learning from life, learning from my environment and all that.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
No, I like that. And it's quite important when it comes to collaboration, really. Now that you're in the UK, and the UK has built a global empire of backs of black music, grime, Afrobeat, drill, billion generated culture exported worldwide.
Yeah.
But when you look at who's actually sitting in the boardroom, signing the checks and making the decision, how much has genuinely changed for African artists trying to break through here, and how much is still just the same old game with a new playlist?
So I think when you talk about black music, now I'm not talking about Africa, you know, but like people here in the UK we need to be represented in the boardroom. So, and it's very important, because I feel that representation would determine how far we'll be able to like climb, or like how far we'll be able to go in our careers and all that. So yeah, it's very important to have that kind of representation in the boardroom. Will I say we have that at the moment? I can't really say, but I do know that, you know, organizations like the Mobos and you yourself, you know, having this platform where you showcase African artists, and maybe Comedy Caddy on BBC X, you know, having that black community pushing entertainment on a global scale would actually help us conquer that barrier or that challenge we have. So we just need more people, you know, supporting black music basically, and having more maybe organizations like the Mobos too that you know would, you know, recognize African artists and black music in general.
No, definitely.
And investors too. And also I think we need to own, we need some sort of like ownership as well, as black creators and executives, you know, like owning it, not just like renting a part of it. You know, because ownership has some sort of longevity, you know, compared to just, you know, renting a space within that ecosystem.
Yeah, and
if you get what I mean.
That's totally one of the biggest thing that as like black artists needs to always push for. Yeah, because that representation is true. At times it might not be there, but the only thing that you can do is just try and represent yourself.
Exactly.
See, and on that note, let's listen to your latest song.
Yeah,
called Make Sense. All right, let's have a listen.
Everything goes to make sense.
Make Sense by Fecko. Tell us, what's the story behind this one?
So Make Sense is a song of hope, is a song to inspire people out there that might be going through depressing situations, you know, that things will make sense eventually. So that's what it means. Like everything will soon make sense. Like everything will make sense eventually. Yeah. So like don't give up. You might feel like you've reached the dead end. Keep moving. Yeah. You know, things will work out eventually. And I've been in that space before. I might even still be in that space right now. You know, because like I also said, like you never run out of problems. See, this song is a song where sometimes you just listen to the lyrics and then I feel like it will resonate with you.
I get you.
Yeah. So, and it features the legendary GT the Guitar Man. GT is a Nigerian artist who has been doing. It was one of the few artists I actually listened to while I was growing up. He's young, but he started really young.
Oh, I see.
Know, back in the day, I think he's in his 40s now, but he started really young, and it was a pleasure working with him. And yeah, you guys should stream Make Sense on Spotify. You know, and I also have. I'm thinking of making a music video for the song as well. All right. So yeah, you guys should look out for that. It's going to be interesting.
So it's a really good song. I really like it. When I listened to it, I was like, oh yeah, this has to be there.
Thank you.
So now, Motion shaped you. Lagos tested you. Birmingham educated you.
True.
And the UK is now your base.
Yeah.
But which version of Fecko do you feel most honest in? Because I feel like home isn't always the place. Sometimes it's a version of yourself you left behind. So which one?
I think every aspect of me has shaped me into the person I am now. So I wouldn't say there's a particular version of me that I think every aspect, you know, me coming from Nigeria, coming here, like even while I'm here, I've experienced, you know, there's a story, but I don't know if I should share it now. You know, back home in Nigeria, I mean, like you said, Mushin is known for gang violence, sometimes gang violence and all that, but I've never been attacked like that before. But guess what? 3 months after I arrived in the UK, I almost got unalived in the streets of Luton. You know, I was coming back from work, and that was a shocker for me because in my head I thought the UK was safe. You know, but did that make me have a different perception about the UK? Like, did that make me say, oh, I want to go back to Nigeria? Maybe I thought about it, you know, but eventually I had to man up and accept the reality of where I am and then find a way to navigate through that challenge. So I became more security conscious. I wasn't as relaxed as I was because Hollywood has fed us this narrative that Shakespeare, you know. So I thought I was like, wow. So this actually, I was like, so Top Boy is actually real. Like what you watched in Top Boy, you know. So I enjoyed every version of myself. It has shaped me to become the person I am today, and I don't take any of that for granted.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I totally get you. I do believe everyone has, like, for lack of a better word, a phase they go through,
Yeah.
and then you learn from it at that point.
Yeah.
On that subject, you are a father, a husband,
Yeah.
a podcaster, an academics, an MC,
Wow.
a cultural commentator.
What's that? Culture commentator. Yeah.
Commentator.
Okay.
Which one of those identities scares you the most to fail at, and
If
why?
being a father, I feel you might also relate to that.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah.
100%.
I mean, I don't want to fail my son. Like, I want him to look at me and become inspired. Like, I want him to know that his dad tried every single thing possible. No excuses, man.
True.
And if I can't give you excuses, I don't expect you to give your own children excuses as well, you know. So that's just, I want to set a good example for him.
That's true. Because when you talk about legacy, the legacy is not only the music that you leave behind, but the memories
True.
and the experience that you've shared.
Yeah.
And whether we like it or not, our kids are the one that are going to be carrying it forward.
Definitely.
See.
Definitely.
So it's quite important. And I can relate when it comes to being a father.
Yeah.
At times you like think twice on everything that you do. So that's it. I agree with you totally.
And shout out to my wife. You know, she's been an amazing partner. And like
Brilliant.
we were discussing earlier, behind the scene, it's very good to have a supportive partner.
Definitely.
And she's that. And I think I wouldn't have gotten this far without her support as well. So
No, I agree totally. It's the same
Yeah.
for my partner. She's amazing. She's amazing. And without her, I don't know how I would have made it. So last one, and I ask this to every artist I sit down with, because I genuinely want to know.
Yeah.
If the music stopped tomorrow and nobody ever played another Fecko records again, what's the legacy? What do you want people to say Fecko stood for?
I think so. That's a you see, that question is a very scary question if you think about it. So basically, I think you're trying to even ask, like, what do you want to be remembered for when you're no more? When you're no more on this planet? Because I feel for me, the music will stop when I stop living. You know. So, but yeah, to answer your question, I want people to know that, you know, I'm somebody who is original, who loves Africa, who talks about African unity. Like, I mean, I've worked with a lot of African artists, and now I'm trying to take my craft to the world. Like, now I'm hoping to work with UK artists.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if Dave Santan Dave is listening. You know,
you never know. Maybe.
Yeah, I need a verse from you, man. And you know, try to spread world unity, basically. So not just Africa alone, but the world. Like, the world needs love. So I want to be remembered for someone who is a go-getter, somebody who unites like the world one track at a time through his music, and who is not afraid to tell his story, and also to make sure that people don't look down on you because you're vulnerable. I think vulnerability as men is something we also need to talk about. Like, people liken that to something else, you know, to you being weak. Vulnerability is not weakness, you know.
Never.
Speak your truths. Because mental health too is also tied to mental health somehow. Like, the more you keep suppressing all that emotion in your head, you know, at some point it's like, you know, when you're boiling something and then the pressure keeps getting more and you can't really contain it, it explodes. So you have to, my outlet is music. That's how I, you know, let it all out.
100%.
You know? Yeah.
And what would you tell to young artists that wants to actually start, but then they have all this thing of, especially when it comes to not staying authentic to yourself, and they might not believe that their music is worth listening to? What would you tell them?
I think the biggest risk in life is not taking a risk at all. So take that risk, and for you to be successful, sometimes you have to be comfortable with being stupid. Pardon my French, but I mean, you have some people might see you performing in the city center as being, oh, you're jobless and whatnot. They don't know what's going to happen in the next few months. You might, become the biggest artist ever. Ed Sheeran.
Yeah, I was going to mention that. Yeah, he started that way.
His guitar on the streets, and now look at Ed Sheeran. Millions of people are. He has like stadiums being packed and filled.
Yeah,
performing for them and all that. So yeah, just start. Do not listen to what the naysayers are going to tell you. It's going to be tough. Like gatekeepers would frustrate you, but like you said earlier, sometimes you have to create your own. How will I put it? So if you're not invited to the table, you can bring your own table. Like create your own table.
Definitely.
If they don't give you a seat, bring your own table.
Definitely.
Create your own platform. And this day and age, we have social media, and you can leverage social media to become a superstar, basically. Before social media phase, we don't know what's going to come next. AI, AI is now changing the game. So just make sure you leverage any opportunity you have in front of you.
100%.
Yeah.
And now we're going to get onto the section that we all enjoy, which is now going to be sitting at going to be the judge.
Okay.
So I'm going to play some songs.
All right.
And then you'll tell me whether this is AI or if it is like a real artist. Okay. And also if you can tell me a bit more like what do you feel about this song.
Let's do it.
Let's go with this one first. All right. So tell me, what's your verdict?
Okay, so it's a tricky one, but I feel it's AI.
Feel it's AI.
And I'll tell you why. Should I say why now?
Go for it.
So I think we hear the backup vocals, the choir. Yeah, it reminds me of Coupe, Baba Coupe.
Yeah.
That's yeah, uber energetic backup. So I feel this AI. I might be wrong, but I feel this AI.
Okay, all right. So let's play another one.
Oh, you're not going to say the answer now?
No, I'm not going to tell you.
But you're going to tell me eventually?
I'll tell you, of course.
Okay.
Let's learn the next one.
All right. Wow. Oh my God. Oh my God. Now I feel why did this music stop? Like I was really enjoying it, man. Like I haven't danced. I haven't danced since I got on this show, but after listening to that or while listening to it, I was really dancing.
You're ready to go.
It's powerful, really powerful, man.
So
I don't know if it's AI. At this point, I don't even care if it's AI or human. I just enjoyed the song. But to answer your question, see, this is a really, really tough one.
I told you, I come with
a really tough one. It sounds real, but at the same time, it sounds too good to be real. That's the thing.
Like you can't.
I can't really put it. Can I pass this one? Like, can I must answer it.
You have to answer. There's no passing.
You know what? I'll say it's real.
It's real.
Yeah. I might feel it, but I don't know if it's real.
So we're going to play another one.
Okay.
And then you tell us.
All right.
Okay.
Today is my moment, I feel it inside. Everything I asked was arriving in my life.
This one is easy.
It's easy.
It's AI.
It's AI.
AI. Yeah.
You're locking it in.
I'm locking it in. So first one AI, second one real artist, and third one AI.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because at the beginning we had all those like the vocals and like people at the background and everything like that.
Yeah.
I'm going to play one last song.
Okay.
It's going to see if you are correct or not.
All right.
We'll give the answer at the end. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
I just got stronger. I moved on. I know my worth. I'm standing firm. Everything I got, I earned.
All right. So
love it.
Your verdict.
Yeah. This is human.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So are you ready for the answers?
All right. Let's have it.
So the first song, Joy is Coming, is actually a real artist.
What did I say?
Did I say AI? Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So it's a real artist.
Okay.
And his name is Victor.
Okay. Where is he from?
That's something that, to be honest with you, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
I'll look him up.
It's called Victor, and He usually makes like funny videos and stuff like that, but he is a real artist.
Okay.
Yeah. Now,
The second one.
the second one.
Yeah.
That one was AI.
Why? Come on, man. Why did I mix it up?
And you know, that song, it
Yo.
carries. Even, believe me, the first time I heard it, I was dancing and everything.
You know, I told you, like, it's too good to be true. Like, that's why it could be AI, but anyway.
Yeah.
It's okay.
It's true. And then the next one is AI.
Did I get that one right? Yeah. I got that one. I remember.
You got that right. Yes. And the last one, it's a human.
I tried 50%.
50.
Yeah.
No, you actually did like 80%, which is
80?
good.
Okay.
Because you failed on one and then more or less actually 50%.
50%.
I was being generous now.
I mean, if I'd switched it from the beginning, maybe I would have had 100%.
You never know.
Yeah.
You never know.
But it's interesting. It's an interesting game, and also interesting to see how AI music almost sounds real, and how sometimes real music sounds like AI, because now you can't even really differentiate between, and Spotify has like a lot of AI music flooding its ecosystem.
True.
Taking streaming money from real artists, which is something we also need to look into.
Yeah.
As well.
It's true, and at times I would say it's quite sad.
Yeah.
But one of because the main thing that I've realized when it comes to music is about the emotion.
Yeah.
It's about the connection.
Yeah.
And once AI managed to find that connection, but then again, think about it. Behind every AI, there's a human being.
Yeah.
So, to some extent, you'll have to feed that emotion. So, I would say it's good and bad at the same time, to some extent. And there are some artists that have been able to use AI to some
like Faith.
Yes.
You know Faith, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And work with it, because to some extent, if there's one thing that I always remember, change is the one thing that is constant.
True.
So you just need to go with it.
Yeah.
So Fecko, I just wanted to say thank you so much for coming to the show.
Having me. Yeah.
It was amazing having you.
So it was really fun, man. I wish this interview never stopped. Like, so it's really. I think it's something I needed. Out of like my regular life.
So
I enjoyed this.
No, it was amazing having you and also sharing your story.
Thank you.
And your
Thank
music.
you for having me. And shout out to all our listeners, to everyone that tuned in.
Thank you everyone for listening. It was amazing. And anytime that you have any new song, you can be assured that we'll be able to play it in here.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're always welcome back anytime that you want.
Leicester is like my second home now.
There you go.
Experience. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. It was a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for your time.
Yeah.
All right.